we'll be going over an optimized version for commands for the Call of Duty Zombies. Let's start off with the point system. So it's a lot simpler here. All we're going to do is we're going to make an objective. We're going to call it points. And one of the Minecraft's built-in objectives is tracking mob kills. So in the past, we'd look at the experience orbs and the rotten flesh to determine to give them points to see if we killed people or the monsters. And then all we're going to do is create this. And the last part here is just for the display. So if we press this button, we've created the objective. And in this one, we're just going to set the display to the sidebar. And we'll see it's got the blue symbol over there with the points. And if we grab ourselves a sword and we summon a zombie, if we kill it, we'll get a point. And so it'll automatically track that very simply for whoever is the one that got the kill on it. And then for a shop system, you'll hook this up to like a button system with maybe like an item frame for what the item will be. And all we're going to do is execute if the score of the nearest player for the points is greater than or equal to hashtag 10. So for that to work, we need to make sure we do /scoreboard players set hashtag 10. We do the hashtag in front so it doesn't display over here for the display part. If hashtag's in front of it, it won't show up. If it's just a 10 there, it'll show up as a fake player. So we go hashtag 10 for points, and we'll set it to be 10. Now once we do that, as long as it is greater than or equal to 10, we are going to remove 10 points from the nearest player. And then chain unconditional always active. This means that once that command block goes through as a positive test, which it will as long as we have 10 or more points, then we can just give ourselves whatever item we want, whether it's our gun or maybe a weapon upgrade. We give ourselves that. And to show it works, if we go to, well, if I press this button, it doesn't give me the diamond sword. It doesn't take away my points. However, if we go ahead and add some points to ourselves, it takes away the points, and now we have our diamond sword. Next up is a timer system. So we're just going to go ahead and make an objective. The objective type will be dummy, which means only commands can affect it. So once we do that, we have dummy. And then our first one is we're looking to add tick to our timer. So we'll add this. Will add it 20 times a second. So a tick is 1/20th of a second. So after 20 of those, we are going to just do a little check. If score of our ticks from our timer matches 20, then we are going to reset tick down to 0. And once it does that, then we can go ahead and add a second to the timer. And once we've added a second, it's going to take a look to see if the second from our timer is at 60. And then we can go ahead and reset second and then add a minute. So if we go ahead and get this going, you'll see in the chat a bunch of this is going. If we want to disable that, we just want to do /game rule. It is command block output set to false, so we don't see it constantly spamming our chat. I'm going to set it to true just so we can track to see when our minute is. That second goes by pretty fast. We're at 31, 32, 33. And so then to check for our timer is we're just going to do execute if score of our minute for our timer. When it matches 1 minute, we're going to run our title to start the wave 1. And then above is where we're going to put a bunch of our summon zombies. We'll see once it hits at 40, 41. Once it hits 60, it'll be 1 minute, and then this will trigger, and it's going to summon just the one zombie, but we'd probably add a bunch of more command blocks summoning different zombies, and I'll show you on how we can make our own custom zombies. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, wave 1. Now you'll see it spams it like this because we're still checking to see if it is. Let's go ahead and kill our zombies. If we don't change our scoreboard right after, so if our minute is 1, we want to set our minute to be 2 right after that. So if we go in here, we'll do scoreboard, players, add #minute to our timer. We'll add 1. And then on top of that, we can do our summon zombie. So this would be scoreboard, players, add #tick to our timer, 1. This will be a repeat that needs redstone. So now that it is at the 1 minute, it summoned just the one title screen, the one zombie, and then we'll set up our next wave to check for the next minute. So instead of minute matching 1, we'd want to look for a minute matching 3, since we set it to 2. And we just skip a number and continue it on and on and on. Now, if we want a cool program to make making the zombies super easy, in the Bedrock edition, we would summon it with a tag and then edit its attributes afterwards. We can just summon it very easily with all those attributes. We want to go to mcstacker.net, and then we want to go to /summon. Over this way. We will search up a zombie. We can change its name. We can change a bunch of information. We'll probably look for adding armor. So if you want to add armor, we'll just do helmet. If we want to increase its health, we can put 50. Just put the max health to be the same number. We can even change the size of it. So if we want it to be bigger or smaller, we could affect the scale. There's a lot of information you can play around with here, but that's kind of the gist of it. And then all you have to do is copy this into here. Go back to the world with your command block, and where the summon thing is, we'll just paste it in. And just to show it works, we'll paste it in. Whoops. And then we summon a zombie with 50 health and an iron helmet. Hopefully that'll be everything needed to help fix it up. If you guys have any more questions on it, just leave a comment down below.